Anybody felt the need to reinvent themselves over the past year or two? Anybody? Right? I felt that way, right? Hey, I want to bring out the Beverly Hills, LA luxury legend to the Tom Ferry stage, Mr. Christophe Choo. Woo-hoo!
Howdy! Howdy, y'all. Am I supposed to dance? Well, there's a new sheriff in town. How are you all doing today? Wow, look at this. I have never seen so many people at TomX. This is amazing. Congratulations to all of you for being here. And I'm curious, how many of you are here for the first time? Woo, that's a lot. Wow. And today we're talking about building your digital brand. How many of you feel that you're happy with your digital brand? Okay, so I guess most of you are not happy, huh? Do you even have a digital? Who feels like they have a digital brand? Okay, well that's good. But still a lot of hands. You're just not raising your hands? You don't feel like it? So you got to create a digital brand for yourself. And part of what Jeff was just talking about is reinvention. And that was funny because that was part of my talk about building your brand or recreating your brand, because I've been selling real estate now for 32 years. And I'm sure there's a lot of you here that probably got your license in the last couple of months. Raise your hands if you're a new agent. So a lot of you. So 32 years in the business, I'm constantly recreating myself, not rebranding, but building on that brand. Like that's why today wearing the hat is kind of a funny thing, because those of you that know me from Tom Ferry from all these years know that I wouldn't typically wear a cowboy hat. But Tom said, you got to get some Gucci cowboy boots. Well, that didn't happen. I couldn't find any. So my friend Jill got me a Gucci Stetson hat. So what is building your brand in the digital world? I'm sure we all have a conception. Do you guys know what I mean by specifically digital? Digital is all of the things online, which are basically Google, YouTube, your website, and emails. Those are the four main primary areas for you to do that. And how many of you on a daily basis are doing something out there to create your digital imprint? Raise your hands. So a pretty fair amount of you, yeah. And I'm wondering, what would you say holds you back from doing that? Does anyone want to raise their hand and answer that question? Anyone not doing it that would like to do it more? Nobody? Oh, yes. What's your name?
David Schwartz.
David, so what's holding you back?
My drunk monkey, man. I always get these thoughts, like, how can I do it better? And then I shoot it, I'm like, oh, I can do it better, I can do it later. And, just talking myself out of it versus just doing it.
Well, it's a very honest thing to do. I remember when I did my first video at the summit probably 12 years ago, I didn't know what I was doing. I went out and bought it was Tom Ferry and Gary Vaynerchuk were there, and they said, you got to become the mayor of Beverly Hills, and digitally on camera. Bought a camera, did my first video. It sucks, but it's on my YouTube channel. It's my first video from 2008. But I applaud you for that, because you just have to keep doing it and trying. And part of the rule is consistency. So again, I'm Christophe Choo from Beverly Hills in Los Angeles, and I want to give you some key ideas and mindset particularly of how to create your digital brand. So one of the things that I started, and that was when it started, was 12, 13 years ago, they talked about not digital so much, and when I started in real estate back 32 years ago, we barely had computers. We had fax machines. Some of you probably don't even know what a fax machine is, right? You remember fax machines? Yeah, me too. So that's why the recreation is so important, to constantly rethink and recreate and redesign yourself. But I thought to myself, how can I create a brand to my sphere of influence, to my friends, and to those I don't know, to bring business? Because again, each one of these is a pillar of incoming business, right? Google's a pillar, YouTube's a pillar, social media's a pillar, your email blasts are a pillar, and all of that stuff. So how many of you have YouTube channels? Wow, almost everyone now. Great. Who doesn't? It's probably easier to see that. Who doesn't have YouTube? Okay. How many of you are putting content every day on your YouTube channel? Great. Yeah, Glenda is, I know that. And Glenda's TikTok. Glenda has like 500,000 TikTok followers. It's amazing. Woo, go Glenda. Oh, where's the counter? I gotta look at the counter and see what time it is too. Is there a counter? Oh, there was a counter. Okay, good. So digital imprint. How do you create that for yourself, and how do you make it exciting? Quick, interesting story. So yesterday I was at the airport, 5-hour delay with my flight, and all the restaurants were closed, nothing you could do. So I'm like, what am I going to do? I went shopping in the stores. They had Hermes and Gucci, and I love luxury brands. So I walked into Hermes, and it was just the funniest thing, because I was kind of like nothing to do and just walking around. A guy, Korean gentleman, comes up to me and says, "You're Christophe Choo." I said, "I am." I said, "And what's your name?" "Mr. O." I said, "How do you know me?" He says, "I watch your YouTube videos." I said, "Wow." I said, "Where are you from?" "We're from South Korea." And he was buying his wife some products at the Hermes store, so he got some money, right? He says, "Yeah, actually, we're in town. We're leaving back to Seoul today, but we're back in January. We saw your videos, and I was going to call you because we want to buy a $2 million condo in Beverly Hills." Random guy at the airport from a delayed flight from a YouTube, and I don't know what YouTube video he's seen, but think of yourself as these are different pillars for your business. So you need to create a little plan for yourself. Okay, what is going to be my Google pillar? And your Google pillar is your Google business page. Who has a Google business page? Almost everybody does, great. And I would say that's one of the things that is so important. When you hear an idea or concept, you got to not just write it down, you got to just do it. So who doesn't have a Google business page here? So a lot of you, which is understandable. So my thought is it doesn't take long to do it. Tonight, when you get back to your room, spend half an hour, trying to create a Google page. Put some content, put your photo on there, just do it. I remember Gary Vaynerchuk at that same talk, which I got so much out of, he says from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night, you're working in your business, right? We're all there, showings and clients. But from 8 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock till midnight, you're working on your business. And I remember that particular time, I was not on any social media platforms, none of them. So I decided I better do this. I went every night and started doing different platforms. I started with Facebook that night, and then I did LinkedIn. So just put them in small chunks. But Google is a major, major piece, and we've had our Google business page up for a long time, and we're consistently every day putting at least 1 or 2 photos, articles, and videos. So just keep it consistent. That's really one of the keys to everything I do is consistency. Second part, which is YouTube, and those of you know, YouTube is a search engine. It's not a Facebook type of platform. It's a place for people to search information about particularly communities, lifestyle, how-tos, right? Whenever I need a how-to, I go to YouTube to find that information. So figure out what your pillar is for Google, figure out your pillar for YouTube, and maybe create a content marketing list that, okay, over the next 12 months, I'm going to shoot 1 video a week, or 1 video a month. Start with 1 video a month. That's okay too. Who has actually created a lot of video content? Who wants to create more? Okay. Do you have it in your calendar? What does Tom always say? If it's not in your calendar, it doesn't exist. So you have Google, YouTube, and your Google business page, and then your email blast. Now that's one thing that I've been a little challenged with. I do try to send out emails every week, or actually every 2 weeks, every week or 2 weeks, but it's sometimes coming up with a challenge of the content. You want to send the email out to your database about properties you're listing and properties you're selling, but we're trying to switch it up where maybe 1 week it's properties we're selling or have listed to promote them. Next week is how-to things and important articles, and make sure to break up your list so that you have your Tom Ferry agent list, you have your company agent list from the company you work for, you have your past clients in Sphere, you have your general list. So it's important to have all of those different lists. So how many of you are going to make a commitment to do something this week or tonight? Who's going to create their business? Oh, I like that. Who's going to create their Google business page tonight? Somebody? And my biggest thing is you talked about doing videos and taking it over and over again. Don't ever be afraid to make a mistake. Sometimes the silliest videos that you don't like are the ones that really the consumers like. And that's why I wore this funny hat today, because people who know me here, sometimes they've said to me, "Oh, you look like that bougie Beverly Hills broker." Well, sometimes I may look it, but that's not who I am. But I thought the hat was kind of a good pattern interrupt for those that know me, right? And again, always remember to be yourself, but make yourself memorable and unique. I mean, you're in a room here with 5,000 people, right? What's going to make you stand out to all these people so that they think of you for referrals? And my last little thought about this is when I first started creating my digital platform, I kept it very, very simple. I wanted people to remember 4 things. My name, Christophe Choo, Beverly Hills in LA, luxury in real estate. That's all they needed to know. So you just change that to your marketplace. Maybe it's not luxury, maybe it's whatever it is, but come up with a thought of who am I, what is my digital brand, what do I want it to be, or what is my personal brand in the real world, and what I want it to be in the digital world, and then create the plan for each of those different platforms and make a goal for yourself. Okay, over the next 12 months, I'm going to get 1 deal from Google searches. I'm going to get 2 deals from my YouTube videos. I'm going to get 3 deals from my email blasts. So figure out a plan and a strategy and just get out there and do it and be yourself and have lots of fun with it, right? Life's about having fun and enjoying yourself and enjoying those around you and sharing and contributing. So thank you all for having me today. Follow me on social media, YouTube, everywhere, and I'll see you all in real life. And thank you, Jill Biggs, for my fabulous Gucci diamond hat. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Christophe.
Thank you.
Way to go.